Greetings, friends. It's me, Wayman, and wanted to come on quick to do another video. And dealing with ceramics. Let me get out of this light. Right now, I'm in the middle of glaze testing, and I'm wasting a lot of gas and making a lot of ugly pots. I got two little updraft gas kilns, and gas kilns are a little bit harder to regulate than electric, which means you just can't set them, go to bed, and wake up in the morning and have it done. There's hourly turn-ups and the whole thing, and it's all manual. So I got a load refiring right now, and I was able to get a Cone 6 glaze to come out fairly nice, but only on 2 shells. So this whole process, here's a nice green mug. I don't know if you can see this in the light here, but this glaze came out fairly well, and kind of happy with it. So right now I got some things refiring, but it's just been a tough process simply because it seems like everything is going in increments. So I kind of got a new motto, like progress. I'll take progress over perfection. Progress over perfection. So once I get the kiln to heat evenly, like I'm trying a whole bunch of different things, then I'll go into some other things to make the process a little bit better, and to make the cups a little bit better, and I'll feel better. So right now I'm just making Christmas presents, because friends, this stuff is terrible. You might not think so, but I can see it, and no sense in lying, and it's good to be honest with yourself so things keep progressing. So what I did yesterday, threw 4, 6, 8, 10, 12 beer cups. Nice little cups. And just got them all signed. So they'll be kind of nice to drink beer out of. I've got all these pieces here. I got a glaze yet. Here's another. So I've been trying to put some texture on these. This is called chattering. Let me come into the light so you can see this here. But I seen this off a YouTube potter who was kind of famous doing this. And basically you let your tool drag and you get some nice lines on this. And I'm planning on putting iron oxide into those lines, so hopefully I can get some nice patterns to show up. Put that up there. So I got a picture in the back there. It's a fairly large one, and an art piece down there. I might put some kind of glaze on that, make it look nice, but at the moment I'm trying to create functional items that people can use. Because the art piece, what do you do with it? You just sit around, you look at it. And I kind of want people using this stuff, not have the items sit on shelves. It bothers me knowing something is not being used and it's sitting on a shelf. So, I don't know if you can hear the roar of the kiln out there. Got it going. Got another turn up in another 2 hours. So, today, might throw some shaving bowls. I got a couple of them done. I'm trying to think about the functionality of these. Of course, they need to be textured on the inside a little bit so the guys can whip up their shaving cream. This one here probably should have been a little bit wider, so I'm going to think about that when I do these. And I'm trying to think about what makes a good mug. How much it can hold, how it sits. Some ceramic artists will make the handles go all the way up to the top, so when you sit it on your shelf, it doesn't sit evenly upside down. Here you can see a lot of cleaning up I got to do. My lines aren't straight. I'd like to get these lines in Glaze straightened out. But this is just a little test mug I did to test the glazes, so I need to clean up this process. I believe I got the trimming down to where I'm a little bit happy with it. Of course, you can always do better, but so I want to do that. So today, hopefully, it'll be throwing bowls, and here's a square bowl I made. I think may have shown you this before, but I kind of knock them square once I trim them out, and then these up here, these here are shaving brush handles, and I put some nice texture on that. You can hang on to these fairly easy with the texture, and so this is all measured, including the 14.6% shrinkage rate. So it's these handles here that I'm making for brushes like this. So hopefully it'll go right in without a problem, and I'm fairly happy with how these turned out. So I might make a bunch of these today also, because apparently what I found out, and I sound like the apparently kid, the shaving stuff is pretty popular right now. So here's a mug that turned out fairly decent. I need the glaze, and I like to put them through the Keurig test, which means if you're gonna have a coffee cup, it should be a fairly decent size cup of coffee, and for coffee lovers, the cup should be able to hold a large Keurig serving without it overflowing. Might have a problem with this one here, but this one here I was thinking about different kinds of form and handles, things like that when I was practicing. And then yeah, friends, so that's where I'm at right now, and I'm reading a book by Frank Schaeffer. I really like it, and quarter of the way through it. I have been reading because I've been, as I said, wasting a lot of gas trying to get this glaze to work, trying to get the temperatures evened out. I'll show you what an underfired piece looks like here. Go into the basement here into my glazing section. I've been using it as a glazing section, but see here, you know, this dull color, underfired, clearly underfired. So this needs to be run back through. Kind of happy with the way this turned out in the trim, but be a nice serving bowl once I get it done. And here are some glaze tests. I had this ash glaze that might actually work at some point if I can get it to even out. I reduced the flux in it, added 10% of clay because everything was melting all over the place. But ash glazes usually do run. I'm just trying to get it to the temperature I need it at. I don't think this glaze was mixed very well out of the cup, so I'm going to put this on something and refire it. But it looks great over the glaze I'm using for the blue glaze, the main glaze. So you can see here this pitting occurs. A lot of times it was moisture coming out of the glaze because it wasn't fully dry when I put it in the kiln. I had all these tests I was doing. It really wasn't. I had more space in the kiln, so I'm like, oh yeah, you know, I'm gonna put more in. And I put more in. Warmed it up slow, but it wasn't good enough, and it ended up causing little pinholes where the moisture came out. I'm not too worried about that. So this little mug here, showed before, It's going to go to my little nephew, and he gets the first halfway decent mug since I've been into ceramics from 10 years ago. So hopefully I can clean up this process a little bit more and get some more decent things out that people might be able to sell, to buy. Had a lot of people asking. I'm trying to keep the prices down. I got a glaze that has only 4 materials in it, so the least amount of materials is good because you're not spending a lot on raw materials. I have a few oxides that I put in for color, but mainly that's going to go away. I want maybe 1 or 2 colors, that's it, because I kind of want to streamline the process. Clay was free shipping from Amazon, from Amico, and so that was good. A lot of times, if I had to pay for shipping, it would cost a bundle, because clay weighs quite a bit if you bought it, say 10 boxes at a time. So I'm trying to streamline a little bit, think about functionality, think about how people are going to be using this stuff, and what they're going to be looking at, and how it feels in their hands, all of that. And I'm kind of glad and happy to be back into this. So, got to do a religion video at some point, I know. I love that too. I had to kind of tone it down from politics for a while because I got busy with all this. But hopefully I can get this worked out. So, be well, friends. Hope you're all doing well. Hope you have happy holidays if I'm not back on whatever holiday you might celebrate. So be well, and remember, if everybody's thinking alike, then somebody isn't thinking.